Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I'm going to be showing you how to make Cuban pizza. Well, what is Cuban pizza? Well, the difference between Cuban pizza and Italian pizza is that Cuban pizza is much thicker, is much sweeter, and Gouda cheese is used. Now, Gouda cheese was primarily used in Cuba because that was the only accessible cheese there. Hola mis amores, bienvenido a mi cocina. Gracias por verme. Hoy traigo una receta muy deliciosa. Voy a enseñarle cómo hacer pizza cubana. Bueno, ¿qué es pizza cubana? La diferencia entre la pizza cubana de que la pizza italiana es la pizza cubana es más dulce, más espesa y se usa queso Gouda. For this recipe, you're going to need 2.5 cups of bread flour. And bread flour makes your pizza really soft. So I would suggest bread flour. You're going to also need 2 teaspoons of olive oil, 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, 1 cup of Gouda cheese, and the Gouda cheese, I shredded it to make it easier to put in the pizza. You're also going to need some pepperoni, and you use as much pepperoni as you need. I can't tell you your amount for the pepperoni. You're going to also need yeast, and I'm using quick rice yeast, which is the instant yeast. I'm also going to be using, to make sofrito, some peppers, onion, garlic, and a bay leaf, and I'm using 4 ounces of tomato sauce. Along with that, I need 1 cup of warm water, and not hot water, and that's for the yeast. If you use hot water, it kills the yeast. So I'm using 1 cup of warm water. And along with that, I'm using, like I said, the cheeses, and then lastly, 2 teaspoons of sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt. So let's get started. Y ahora voy a hacer mi sofrito y voy a saltear los pimientos, cebollita, ajo y hojita de laurel. Siguiente voy a echar la salsa de tomate y los condimentos. And for the sofrito, you're only going to need about 4 to 6 ounces of tomato sauce because you're only going to make 4 small pies. No necesitarás más que 4 a 6 onzas de salsa de tomate o sofrito porque las pizzas son pequeñas. Y el último paso es añadir una cucharadita de azúcar. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to add 1 pack of yeast to 1 cup of water. And I'm going to mix it and wait to see if the yeast is active. Now, you'll know when the yeast is active because then you'll see a lot of bubbles. Okay, le puse un sobrecito de levadura en una tacita de agua tibia y voy a añadir una cucharadita de azúcar y mezclar todo bien. Ok, esperamos por 10 minutos hasta que nuestra levadura está lista. Okay, so we're going to wait 10 minutes. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do now is add in 1 cup of flour that I'm going to sift so that I can get out all the lumps. Mientras nuestra levadura se preparando, vamos a añadir una tacita de harina en un bowl. Next, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, many people don't add the sugar to the dough, but I like to add the sugar to the dough to make it a little sweeter. El siguiente paso es, voy a añadir una cucharadita de azúcar y la misma cantidad de sal. Bueno, muchas personas no añaden azúcar a la harina, pero me gusta el sabor un poco más dulce. Como dice el dicho, cada maestro tiene su propio libro, ¿verdad? Okay, so now we're going to add in the yeast. Our yeast is ready because you can see the bubbles. So we're only going to add in a little at a time. Así que, como puede ver, nuestra levadura está lista. Ahora voy a añadir un poquito de levadura poco a poco. So we're going to continue to mix the flour and the yeast together until we get a wet dough. And once we get the wet dough, then we're going to form a ball and pour the dough out onto the table. Ok, vamos a continuar a mezclar la harina con la levadura hasta que tenemos una masa. I almost forgot. I have to add in 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Perdóname, mis amigos. Casi se me olvidó añadir el aceite. Ahora voy a echar 2 cucharaditas de aceite. So now our dough is ready, and it's what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour the dough out into the table, and we're going to knead this dough for about 10 minutes until we get a nice smooth consistency. Okay, nuestra masa está lista. Vamos a amasar la masa por 10 minutos hasta que la masa está suavecita. Ok, voy a ponerle un poquito de harina para que la masa no se pegue a la mesa. So you're going to put a little flour on the table to make it easier when you knead the dough so it doesn't stick. So it's been 10 minutes since we've been kneading the dough, and we're gonna test it now to see if the texture is right. So we're gonna press it with our finger, and if it bounces back really quick and it doesn't leave an indentation, that means it's ready. Hace 10 minutos y nuestra masa está lista. ¿Cómo se puede saber si la masa está lista? Es cuando la toca, se siente como un aguacate maduro. So now we're going to add about a teaspoon of oil in a bowl, and we're going to rub it all over the dough. And we're going to put the dough in a bowl and let it rest for 1 hour until it doubles in size. So you can cover this with saran wrap or a wet towel. Ok, cubre la masa con saran wrap o una toalla húmeda y déjala subir en un lugar calientico durante 1 hora más o menos. So it's been 1 hour, and we are going to take the air out of the dough by just pushing it down. And we're going to remove it from the bowl, and we're going to knead the dough for about 1 minute, and then we're going to divide the dough into 4 separate pieces. Hace 1 hora, elimina el aire de la masa y pon la masa en la mesa para amasarla por 1 minutico y divídala en 4 pedazos. The reason why we're dividing the dough into 4 pieces is because we're making 4 pizzas. So it's like a deep dish pizza. La razón por la cual dividimos la masa es porque estamos haciendo 4 pizzas. So now you're going to take one of the balls of dough, and you want to press it down flat and make it into a circle, and then you're going to use the rolling pin so that you can roll it out flat into a 9-inch circle. Ok, ahora lo que quiere hacer es presionar la masa con tus manos plana y después usa un rodillo para enrollar la masa en un círculo de 9 pulgadas. So now I'm going to add a little oil into my baking dish, and you can use whatever you want to put your pie in, as long as it's around 9 inches or 9 to 10 inches. Ok, voy a añadir un chorrito de aceite en este molde y no importa lo que usar para hacer la pizza mientras sea 9 a 10 pulgadas. So I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the dough, and along with that I'm going to add in about 4 to 5 teaspoons of sofrito, and then I'm going to add in the cheese. Voy a añadir un chorrito de aceite y 4 o 5 cucharaditas de sofrito y después un poquito de queso de mozzarella y gouda. Next, I'm going to make a few more with different toppings, and you can add anything that you want to Cuban pizza. So the next pizza I'm going to be making is one with pepperoni, and then the next one is just going to be with some peppers, onion, and some sauce and cheese. That's it. But you can add anything to it. Okay, hornearla por 20 minutos a 400 grados y después voy a hacer otra pizza, un pepperoni y ¿qué más? Una con pimientos y cebollas. So I'm gonna make a few pies. I'm gonna make one with pepperoni, another one with peppers and onion, and I'm gonna bake this at 400 degrees for 20 minutes, more or less. Cuando se hace pizza cubana, se le puede añadir cualquier cosa. When making Cuban pizza, just use your imagination. You can use ham, you can use pineapple, you can use peppers, onion, whatever you want to put on there. You can put picadillo on it, anything, ground beef, ground turkey, whatever your heart desires. And look at how delicious my pizza turned out. It looks amazing. Miren cómo queda. Esta tiene muy buena pinta. Muy fabulosa. This pizza is the most easiest pizza you're going to ever make in life. Well, you definitely know I have to try a piece. I didn't make this video just to show you guys how to make it. I also want you to know how it tastes. So here it goes. Okay, voy a probarla. This is really delicious. It's crunchy, soft, and juicy. Es muy crujiente, esponjosa y deliciosa. Bueno, mis amores, ha llegado el momento, es hora para yo irme. Ha sido un placer enseñarles cómo hacer pizza cubana. Gracias por verme, suscríbete a mi canal y sígueme en Facebook, en mi nuevo grupo Lelita's Cuban Kitchen y también en Instagram. Well, guys, I just want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. And please stay tuned for more upcoming videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so now. Follow me on Instagram and also follow me on my Facebook group called Lelita's Cuban Kitchen. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.